Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today, me and Mr. Zig are going to be talking about the prices that these CEOs and the top management guys get paid, and you hear nothing about that reflecting the cost of what everyday Americans have to pay. We're going to talk about some of the salaries, some of the companies, and we're going to start off here with Boeing. I know that an everyday American can't afford a Boeing 747, but we're going to show what this guy makes and how ridiculous that CEOs are getting paid. And if his salary was a little lower, could a Boeing 747 be a little cheaper? So, Mr. Ziggs, how are you?
Doing good, Thomas. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Are you ready for this program here?
Sure.
Let's take a look at this engagement between Josh Hawley and the CEO of Boeing, Boeing CEO of. Okay, let's just listen to it. Oh no!
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well,
Mr. Calhoun, what is it that you get paid currently?
Senator, that's well disclosed in our proxy documents in each of the years that I've been employed.
Yeah, but what is it?
It's a big number, sir.
Well, let me help you out. It's $32.8 million this year. Does that sound right?
Yes, it does.
That's a 45% increase over last year.
and a 45% increase.
Wow.
Over last year. Now, would you think that 45%? Could you imagine the hourly employees
At Boeing.
at Boeing come up and say, we want a 45% increase over 8 years, a 7-year contract, 8 years.
Like that.
Yeah, 45%. What would you think that Boeing would say?
Probably.
That's not going to happen.
We can't afford that.
We can't afford that. No, but we can afford to give this guy.
Well, I mean, what has he done to justify
And-
a 45% increase to the company?
And-
Has the company grown 50% over the time he started? Okay, maybe I would comp by decisions he's made.
Right.
Okay, maybe I go, okay, we'll give you more because you made, you don't want to pay somebody who makes bad decisions
Make
and you
bad
lose money. But 45%, well, that sounds pretty steep.
45% increase. And Josh is going to go over some of the questions that you have asked here.
Okay. I'd like
And
to hear
of
'em.
course, there are your CEOs out there in this country that are hired, and believe it or not, these boards of these companies hire these guys to come in and either wreck the unions, get rid of the unions, and or downgrade the company to be sold to where another company their competitor will come in and buy them. There are CEOs out there that do that. And it sounds like this old fella right here might be one of them. So listen to this stuff here.
Does that sound right?
Yes, it does.
What is it you get paid to do exactly?
I get paid to run the Boeing company.
Yeah. So just help me understand that. I mean, do you get paid for transparency? Is that one of the metrics for your income?
I think the board counts on me for transparency.
Really? Because you're under investigation for falsifying 787 inspection records. The Boeing's under criminal investigation for the Alaska Airlines flight. You were investigated by DOJ for criminal conspiracy to defraud the FAA. This is all in your tenure. This doesn't sound like a lot of transparency to me. What about safety? Is that a component of your salary?
It sure is, Senator.
Have you seen the reports that the subcontractor that you used to make that door piece that fell out of the sky, that when the FAA went and toured the facility, they found one door seal being lubricated with Dawn liquid dish soap and cleaned with a wet cheesecloth, and another was being checked with a hotel room key card. Does that sound like safety to you?
Senator, I think our relationship with that particular supplier has been well documented, reviewed by the FAA and most certainly us. And I'm very intent on acquiring that company so that
So we're not going to fire that company. We're going to buy it.
Yeah, he just said acquire. Is that what I heard?
That's exactly what you heard.
Why didn't he say?
We're
They were fired immediately when we found out that was going on.
Yes,
Wow.
never. No, we're going to acquire that company to straighten out their bad ways of doing things. Yeah. And to think that they got that kind of money. To think that they got that kind of money, just go out and buy, hey, okay, we're just going to buy you up.
Well, I still wouldn't want those guys working around my
Well, no.
even if they're using stuff like that. I mean, that doesn't sound.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to question.
Why would you want to buy them up? Why wouldn't you just go in there and say, listen, we're pulling and going somewhere
We're
else?
moving on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, going to another supplier, going to another.
But no, we're going to acquire the company.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
none of that ever happens.
You know, the FAA also says that Boeing still has not implemented the recommended steps back from 2019 and 2020 after the MAX crashes. You still have not taken the appropriate safety procedures or implemented what they recommended. I mean, how, if safety is a component of your $33 million compensation package, I mean, how can you possibly qualify for any of this? What about quality? Is quality part of your compensation package?
Senator, I meet with the FAA pretty regularly. They don't hold anything back, and I'm not aware of anything that has been cited with respect to those accidents that we haven't taken action on.
Really? Because we've had whistleblowers. You said you'd listen to whistleblower testimony. We've had multiple whistleblowers come before this committee and allege that Boeing is cutting every possible corner on quality and safety, not just in the past, but now. They've alleged that you've eliminated safety inspections, that there are fewer in quality and there are fewer inspectors doing quality inspections out there. They've alleged that when they raised quality issues and concerns, they were reassigned, they were retaliated against, they were physically threatened. That doesn't sound like attention to quality to me. And yet you're getting paid $33 million a year. It's extraordinary.
Senator, we have increased our quality inspectors significantly.
How much has your stock price increased while you've been at Boeing?
It hasn't, and I don't watch it much.
Have you done any stock buybacks while you've been at Boeing?
Not in my job, no.
How about your profits? Have your profits increased at all while
I
you've
haven't had any profits, sir.
I'm sorry?
I have not had any profits.
Yeah. You know, I think the truth is, Mr. Calhoun, you're not focused on safety. You're not focused on quality. You're not focused on transparency. All of this is in the record, but I think actually you're focused on exactly what you were hired to do, which is that you're cutting corners. You are eliminating safety procedures. You are sticking it to your employees. You are cutting back jobs because you're trying to squeeze every piece of profit you can out of this country. This company. You're strip mining it. You're strip mining Boeing. It was one of the greatest American companies ever. It has employed thousands of people in my state. And you are strip mining it for profit, shareholder value, and you're being rewarded for it. You got a huge raise, a huge increase. So it's working out great for you. For the American people, they're in danger. For your workers, they're in peril. For your whistleblowers, they literally fear for their lives, but you're getting compensated like never before. Don't you think maybe your priorities are misplaced here? I mean, don't you think maybe it's time to get back to focusing on making quality planes and paying your workers well and taking care of the little guys who got you to where you are? That's not a rhetorical question.
Senator, I don't recognize any of the Boeing you described. None of
Really?
it. And I want to assure,
You don't recognize the Boeing that has airplanes falling out of the sky, that has had 2 Maxes crash, that has had pieces of doors fall out of the sky, that have had whistleblowers come before they've sat right where you have sat and told us, these are your employees who have told us that when these are the engineers, by the way. Are you an engineer?
I'm not, sir.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And they have said that they're not listened to, that they're retaliated against, that they're threatened. That's the reality of Boeing today. That's your company that you have created. Now, I don't recognize it either from the company it used to be decades ago, but under your leadership, that's what Boeing is, and you're being rewarded for it handsomely. Handsomely. Don't you think there's something wrong with that? Why haven't you
Senator,
resigned?
You know, Senator, I
Why would
stand
he
by
resign?
what I
You
said.
get
I want
that
to
kind of
assure
money.
the great
To pay me
employees in
33
your
million a
state.
year. Why would I?
They're going to fire my
That's
ass.
the way we operate
Why-
the
why have-
company, and
why
it never
haven't
will
you
be. And if
resigned?
you would like my chief engineer to talk about what he sees in
No, I
yours,
want to hear from you because what I hear from you is a lot of this team does that and that team does that. And I listen to the whistleblowers, but I don't meet with them. And I've heard about all this stuff that you Congress have meddlesomely asked for because the public wants to see it. Gosh darn them, but you actually haven't supervised any of it. I've heard that. It's a lot of it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. But meanwhile, you're getting paid a heck of a lot of money. It's unbelievable. If anybody's coming out of this deal good, it's you. Why haven't you resigned?
Senator, I'm sticking this through. I'm proud of having taken the job. I'm proud of our
Proud of this
safety record, and I am
You're proud of
very
this safety
proud
record?
of our Boeing people.
You're proud of this safety record.
I am proud of every action we have taken.
Every action you've taken.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Wow. There's some news for you. Well, behind you, you can't see it. Behind you, the folks are showing pictures of the people who are the victims of your safety record. I think we can all see them. And I think the American public, when they fear to get on their airplanes, they understand your safety record. And frankly, sir, I think it's a travesty that you're still in your job.
Yeah, you're going to have to fire me. I'd be the same way. $33 million a year, and you want me to resign?
You think I'm walking away from that?
I don't
Wait a minute,
care.
wait a minute, Tom.
Huh?
What's that severance gonna be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quickest way to
Let's
shrink your
talk severance
prostate.
then, if
Best way to fix prostate
Yeah.
problems?
Wow. Yeah, well, I've always heard the saying here now.
Yeah.
I'm not a flyer, but I've always heard, if it's Boeing, I'm not going. Okay? I mean, that has cropped up here and there. I've heard that more than a couple times. Okay? So take that for what it's worth, but
I've never heard
you've
that.
never heard that one. Oh,
Never.
yeah, I've heard that.
If it's Boeing, I'm not going. But yeah, that and it's
I
just
mean, how do you sit there with a straight face and say that you've had two planes fall out of the sky?
yeah,
You've had doors fly off.
Yeah.
And then you've had whistleblowers who have come forward and say, we've got issues here.
and
And
they
I'm being ignored and threatened,
right,
basically.
yeah.
So how do you sit there and say, I'm proud of
proud
our
of what we're
record, Tom?
I'm proud of what we're doing. Yeah, Yeah,
It'd
I
be
know.
like I'd go out and wreck my car about 4 times and come back in here and go, I'm proud of my driving record. Keep running into shit, but I'm proud of it.
I still do a good job.
I don't get that.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah,
Like, if you're gonna pay me 33 million, you know, I'll get up there and
Oh,
lie.
wow.
I'll lie in
Yeah.
front of Josh Hawley too.
yeah,
You know, I mean, woo.
yeah. It's crazy to think that, you know, I mean, to think that you have that type of record, and you can say that you're proud of it, and then say, well, I'm proud of the direction that we're going.
Well, yeah, and who the hell at Boeing says you need a 45% increase for the job you're doing?
See, and that's and yet you never did hear the outcry from the Republicans or from the media at all about that.
No.
About that. You never hear anything about what these boards do to their CEO, CFOs, vice presidents, all the salaries they get. But to them, that has no effect on the cost of anything. But by God, the employee now, when the employee wants a raise, yes, that affects the cost that we're going to be paying. But you can go and give 45% increase to the CEO, and that doesn't that does not affect the cost of that plane. I mean, what world are we living in? And this all started, Mr. Zig. This all started under Ronald Reagan. with the big deal, the big new deal or something is what he called it. That is where the focus came off of the American worker. And then of course, you know, in the 90s when Enron did what they did, that didn't help matters none, neither as far as pensions go. I think today you would still get a pension, but after Enron, then companies had to have that pension money in 100%, and it had to be where they could not touch it. So that's the reason why all these companies got away from the pension thing and went just to the 401k.
Yeah.
That's the reason. But it was under Reagan. It was under Reagan, and a lot of people don't realize this. You know, you're talking about Social Security, you know, and then no taxes on tips, no taxes on Social Security, no taxes on overtime, is what Trump is saying. And a lot of people don't realize that the only reason why there is a tax on Social Security to begin with is under the Republicans' greatest president, Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan put in the effect that the taxes on to help save it. Now, we're going to tax Social Security to help save Social Security. I mean, this was all done under Reagan. And so, but people, I mean, the fight, I mean, some people out there do understand, you know, how is it that you give this guy a 45% rate? And what would that be? I mean, 33 million. So I mean, I don't know the math exactly, but my God, he had to have been making like what, 25 maybe? 25 million, and then they get 45%.
Increase on top of that.
Yeah. 20 million.
Like I said, somebody must think he's doing
A good, the board of Boeing is saying you're
Yes.
doing a good job.
We need to keep you.
Yes,
So whatever he's doing,
yes.
he's obviously saving Boeing money enough to.
Here, we'll give it to you. You're fucking the employee, so we're gonna give it to you. Yes. Yeah, because there was one, I don't know which one it was, that he stated that it was during this Josh Hawley interview that he said that the Josh Hawley said your employees over so many years only got a 1% raise, and they give you 45% raise.
Wow.
And then he said our employees are going to get paid handsomely, something of that nature. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
it was crazy.
Well,
But
that's all relative, Tom.
Yeah.
You know, paying somebody handsomely.
yeah, that's all in the eyes of the beholder.
Yes, it is. Yes. You know, but I'll take my 45%.
I'll take
You know,
yeah, oh yeah, yep. So, but it shows over, you know, these airlines now with the paying, wanting you to pay extra for baggage to go on.
Remember
I
when
mean,
bags were free at Southwest?
Yep.
Hey, bags fly free. That
Yeah.
was their big deal.
Yep. They don't now.
Any way we can get a nickel out of you, we're
Exactly.
gonna get it. You know what?
Exactly.
You keep working hard, America, and
Yeah.
we're gonna take.
Yeah.
And it's just gotten to the point where enough's enough.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And the biggest one is, you know, whenever you're talking about this, and employees getting paid, you know, everybody will come to the defense of McDonald's when they say, you know, McDonald's need to pay their employees at least $15-16 an hour. And everybody comes and says, oh my God, they throw out the numbers. Oh my God, that hamburger is going to be $5. You know, your chicken nuggets are going to be $10 for a 10-piece. You know, it's just going to be outrageous. And my God, you just can't afford that. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, CEO of McDonald's, $19.2 million a year. Nothing was said about, whoa, what's that going to do to the cost? What's that going to do to the cost of that hamburger? Nah, nothing. Crickets.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't nothing said about that, but by God, when the employees say we need a raise, you go, oh my God,
We can't afford that.
we can't afford that, and my God, that hamburger's going to be $12.
Then we're gonna have to raise our prices.
Yes.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that 50-cent hamburger that you were paying back in the 90s is now $1.20. And the CEO, 19.2 million a year, but we didn't say anything about that. And just aggravating to me that, you know, that's why I say that's the one thing that I agree with the Democrats on is why isn't anything being said about the behind the scenes with management making these ungodly, and you see some of the, 400 times salaries went up on management than workers. Why is that? Well, why that is because of the great new deal that Ronald Reagan put into place, breaking the unions and getting rid, because now the union membership is way, way down than what it was before he fired everybody in the on the what was it, the airlines, air traffic control.
Air traffic controllers. Yeah.
Yeah, unions, and then it's amazing that coming from an anti-union president, coming from the Screen Actors Guild president. He was in charge of the union
Yes, he was.
in Hollywood,
Interesting, isn't it? How that works.
and now he's anti-union, and that's basically what happened. And when him doing that, it just showed the rest of these companies in this country that, well, fuck that union. We'll bust it. We'll break it.
Yeah, once they started doing that, that became the norm
That-
in a lot of places.
Right.
So, we're not gonna pay that. We'll just bust the union
Yep.
and hire cheap labor.
Well, if you remember here in our hometown, my God, we had 3 big unions on strike at the same time. At the same time.
I don't think this town's ever recovered from that, to be
Never.
honest with you.
No.
I don't think it has.
Nope. I mean, and well, of course, one of them is completely out of business now. Moved. Closed shop down.
Well, they're still in business, but
Yeah.
they're not in
Well,
business
yeah.
here no more.
And
Yeah.
that was Firestone.
Yeah.
But also our plant here in Decatur, it was deemed to be the one, if you remember, building the tires that the Ford Bronco was flipping and wrecking. They said it was because of the tires that were built here.
Oh.
And
okay.
then whenever they went back and they said, well, okay, if it was the tires that were built here in Decatur, then it was the scabs that built them. And so, but that building, I mean, I could understand Firestone looking at that and saying, that's an old building.
Yeah.
That's an old
Yeah,
building.
it was an old
So
building,
I don't blame them for doing that, but to stick that on the reason why we're closing the Decatur plant, I didn't like that, because like I said, it was your scabs that built them. But if there was an issue there, it was because of them, that you never should have broke the union or tried to break the union to get scabs in there to build them. So, but yeah, so we had that one. We had Caterpillar out on strike, and we had a local company, A.E. Staley, out on strike. And I mean, it was a hell of a time to be.
They were marching in the street.
Yeah.
I mean, it made national news, and
Oh yeah,
like I said, I don't think this town's ever been the same
no,
economically
no,
wise, since then, to be honest with you. I really don't.
yeah, because I remember Golden Corral Restaurant was going to come in to Decatur until they found out Firestone was closing, and then they said, no, we're canceling.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Thought they'd lose business
yeah.
from all the people that worked there, because there were, how many people worked at first?
Oh God, at least probably 3,000 to 4,000. I would
People.
say.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, but it's amazing to me how it goes on with when you're looking at paying your employees. Oh my God, that's going to affect the price of what we pay. And then the board sits back and says, yes, you are worth a 45% raise.
I don't think that guy was worth 45%. Okay, I'm just,
No.
because he's proud of his record. It's not a good record. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It was a great record, and was making tons of money, hand over fist. I'd say, okay, maybe you're
No
entitled to some kind of a raise, but
Yeah. No
seems like they went a
profits.
little extreme on this for a company that seems to have a
Well,
few problems.
And like I said, that might be the board of Boeing might be saying, okay, start bringing the price down so that we can sell. That's what, and this guy might be known for that, going to companies to start bringing them down so that they can sell them. Because that is not one but two black eyes on you when you have two of your new planes. What the 797 Max
No,
or something?
I can't remember.
747 Max or
No,
something?
I don't think they're making 747. No, it might have been a 737.
Something
Max,
like that.
something
Yeah.
like that. And they make a ton of those. And
Yeah. And you got
something was
two
wrong with
of
them.
yeah,
I don't even know. It's way over my pay rate, but
right.
they were hard to control and
Yeah.
crashed,
Yeah.
basically, which,
Yeah,
Not really
grounded
good.
them for years.
yeah.
They were
Yeah.
they couldn't fly them.
Yeah.
And so once you have that, then instead of having Boeing's name on it, then let's get the price down. And then I don't know of another plane maker, but
I don't
you know,
either, unless Airbus
yeah,
buys them out.
yeah, something like
And
that.
just, I think that's the two biggest manufacturers of airplanes,
Boeing
and Airbus.
Airbus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Of course they could, but they could get it down to where Elon steps in and says, "Here, I'll buy it."
mhm.
They could hope for that, but it doesn't. I just like I say the I guess the thing about this episode here of the podcast is that I don't understand how people say that employees ask for money is going to raise the cost, but yet behind the scenes where nobody knows, in the shadows, in the back rooms, Mr. CEO, you're going from $16 million to $19 million a year. That's not going to affect the price of the product at all.
Nobody will remember that.
Nobody's going to know.
Yeah.
No. They might get a little hint of it when that hamburger goes from $1.20 to $1.24. Maybe $1.30. They'll wonder what's going on here. But then we can blame that on the cost of getting the hamburger. See, so don't worry about it. Your salary, yeah, you're good. And if you ever get tired of this job, we got a beautiful incentive package for you.
It's funny, we talk about McDonald's, but they'll give you 15 damn napkins, whether you need them or not. You're like,
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
They must have money to throw away
I mean,
here. Do I need this many?
And for the people that make the argument that McDonald employees fuck up more than they help, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
It does.
I mean, it's a tough job.
Yeah.
They do it fast and they're
Yeah.
in a hurry, and I understand.
Yeah.
They usually rectify it when they
Right.
get it wrong. And sometimes they'll just, here you go. It's free. Here you go. Take it.
Yeah.
We can't take it back because you had it in your hands.
Yeah.
How that is now.
Yeah. Right.
They'll just give you that, what they
Right.
gave you wrong, and then they'll give you the right order.
Yeah.
So really, now you got two orders. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
not that bad a deal.
I had it one time where I ordered and I didn't realize this at the time, and I even had the receipt in my hand. But I ordered, and I get up to the window, and the lady is trying to give me a medium Dr. Pepper
Mhm.
or a medium Coke and a large Coke, and I said, no. I just ordered the large Coke. Oh, okay. Well, here they got it all screwed up. Okay. So they gave me large Coke. And then I get home, and for some reason, then I look at my receipt and I'm like, well, fuck, I paid for that. I paid for that damn medium Coke. Son of a bitch, if I'd have known, I would have took the damn
Well,
thing.
yeah, they weren't giving it to you for free.
Yeah.
So
I thought that they had me at my order screwed. No, I
you
thought
didn't
they
think to say, hey, you didn't charge me for that.
I didn't think
Oh,
about
did
that
ya?
at all. No,
They just figured they had.
they hadn't. Yeah,
So they had the last laugh as you drove away. Well, we got him.
that'll help a CEO salary.
There's how they get their money. Yeah, they
Yeah.
throw little tricks they play every now and then. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, just see if he comes back.
Yeah.
He comes back for $1.28.
I did get them one time. I got to pay back on them one time. I pulled up there and I ordered and I said, "Do you guys have any apple pie?" And they said, "Yeah, we sure do." And I said, "Okay, give me a couple apple pie." Haven't had an apple pie in a long time.
Uh-huh.
No. So I said, "Okay, give me a couple of them." So I get around, I pay, I get up to the, here's your order. As I get up there, they open the window up and they said, "Sorry, but we're out of apple pie. Would you like one of our strawberry pies?" And I said, "Well, no, you said that you had apple pie."
Because you asked.
Yes,
You asked if you had any.
had any. Yes.
One person said yes, but
Yes,
the
we
person
have
making
apple
your
pie.
order, no.
No, don't have them. I said, "Well, no, I don't want those." "Okay, we have to give you your change back." So I held up the line a little longer. No, but
okay.
you,
So they get okay.
That's right.
Fair.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said you had apple pie, damn it.
The people working the one window need to get on the same
Yeah.
page with the other
Exactly.
people who are putting the order together.
So
And-
see, I mean, I guess the this coming around in full circle, it's hard to explain why a CEO get 19.2
Oh, see,
million. And then the employees who are arguing about getting $15 keep fucking up. You're like, how can I take up for that?
that's just one McDonald's.
And then
There's a lot of them in this country, mister. Thinking that happens several times over.
Oh my God!
know,
Well, there's no wonder they pay.
They can pay
19.
them. Yeah, hell, they got plenty of money.
Yeah.
We screw up enough damn orders every day.
Yeah,
Nah, they usually do a good job. But,
yeah.
you got to look though.
Right,
You go in before you leave the window. You need to look.
right.
I'm giving you some advice. Make
Yeah.
sure you got because I've driven off with somebody else's whole order all together, and I go, all right. I look at the receipt, and it's like, well, this ain't even my name on here. What the hell? You're like, okay, this now I've got to go back and say, hey,
Yeah.
somebody's missing. Somebody's got my meal.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're probably not happy either right now. So now you're going to have somebody else coming in here
Yeah.
shortly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but it happens.
It does.
It
It
does.
does. I mean, and on the simplest things, that you're like, well, how the hell did they fuck that up?
I know.
I had it one time. I ordered a breakfast, and for some reason, I'm getting 2 fucking hash browns. And I'm like, well, how? Looked at my receipt, and there again. Well, yeah, they got 2 hash
Well,
browns.
it had 2 hash browns on there, so they thought you had ordered.
Yeah,
2
and I'm
hash
like,
browns.
how the hell you order a big breakfast, and
Is this in the drive-up?
yeah, Yeah.
You do the drive-up this. You get it, you talk like this, and you're like, okay, thank you. Okay, you're thinking, they didn't know. They didn't hear a damn thing I just said. They have no idea what we're gonna get here. But because some of them microphones and some of them probably, I know they wear the headset, but I'm sure
Well-
it's like we're scramble.
and I had it one day. I pulled up there to order, and I think the woman that was taking my order was on the other speaker, and the people taking
Oh.
their order was on
Oh,
my.
you're speaking. Oh.
Because after I'm sitting there and I'm giving her my, give me a big breakfast, going through all this thing.
Uh-huh.
And then she says, okay, that'd be, $20. Please pull up to the first window. And it came across a large Coke and 2 apple pies. Like, wait a minute.
$20.
Did you get?
A damn good apple pie for $20.
I'm like, wait, did you get my order? Or is that what you get? And then I okay.
Yeah, because they
I'll
show
send
you on
it.
the screen, don't they?
Yeah,
What you ordered.
yes.
Yeah. So you look at.
Yeah.
I don't really look at that very
Yeah.
often. I just kind of like, okay, there's a total. Okay, she
Right.
said that. Okay, I'll see you in the window. But
Yeah,
oh yeah, oh boy.
and so I'm just like, well, what the fuck? And then I got up there, and then the lady at the first window says, you got a big breakfast and blah blah. And okay, yeah. I said, hell, back there just showed a large Coke and 2 apple pie or some shit like that. And she said, yeah, I don't know what.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, so it's kind of hard to take up and see why the CEO's making 19.2 million whenever the employees, are fucking up like they do.
You wonder what decisions they're making. They're
Yeah.
CEOs. They make big decisions, don't they?
Ah, come on.
Make them, and you've been to McDonald's like I have. We can make those decisions, can't we?
Anybody?
Hey, are we gonna put the
Yeah.
McRib out this week or next week?
I
I
don't
can
know.
make that decision.
Yeah. Well, it does come out.
Yeah, that's
Or is
what-
that in the winter time?
You know, are we gonna have the Shamrock Shake? Well, hell yeah, it's St. Patty. Okay, I'll make
Yeah.
that decision. I can do those for 19
Right.
million.
Right.
What? I'm not sure
Yeah.
what big decisions you need to make at McDonald's.
So for
You know.
$19.2 million a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't.
You know,
But for some
hey, it's good
reason,
money if you can get it.
right. Some reason under Reagan and the big new deal that he came up with, this is the living proof of what that was all about. Because now it's about the behind the scenes, the people behind the scenes getting all the big money. Instead of employees getting the cost of living and a good wage. Now it's all about, how ridiculous that we can go that a guy with a record like Boeing getting $33 million done.
Yeah, hats off to him for getting
Yeah.
that. I mean, I don't know how he's
Right.
getting it, but he's fooled the right people.
Full the right people. But like I said, the executives and the board at Boeing are trying to get that down to where it can
But
be sold.
if he's cutting costs here and
Yeah.
there, you
Yeah.
know, and that's his job,
Yeah,
that's why they hired him to do this.
right.
Cut corners,
Cut corners.
which is not
yeah.
good. You know, when it comes to
Well, yeah.
airline industry, I would
Right.
think you would want the best
The-
people in the world to build my airplane that's going to haul people from
For years and years.
and years from one end of the country to the other end of the country or world. I
Yes.
would want the
best.
best
Yes.
doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and yet they, we want you to come in. Don't worry about safety. Don't worry, cut corners as much as you can. Get the cost. We need more money.
Yeah, that's not
We need more money.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then if you can bring that cost down, then you're going to benefit.
You'll be compensated.
You're going to be benefited
Yeah.
or compensated very, very well.
Mhm. So he must be doing a good job of it.
It must be. And the board of
45%
increase in
Increase.
wage.
You ever worked anywhere where you got a 45% increase over anything?
So, well, okay, so 45%, then that's damn near 50%.
Yeah,
of-
It's down near 50.
So he had to be right
So he's
around.
going from 16, he went from 16 million up to 33 million.
Right,
16 is half of 32.
right.
So throw in the extra,
Yeah,
and I'm sure somebody could crunch the numbers a little closer than that, but he was
Yeah.
probably making about 14, 15, 16 million. And now he's up to 33.
18 million, something like that.
Yeah.
45% of that. Yeah.
Good job. Okay.
Yeah.
I like Josh Hawley. Josh
For-
Hawley gets in their ass. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Watching him.
Yeah, he gets them going.
He does.
But yeah, that is asinine to think and to I don't have a profit. My safety record is shit. And yes, I got a 45% raise for doing that. So yeah, you got someone. You got to know someone. But like I said, it's more than likely the board
The
is
Boeing.
the
board-
Boeing
The
is
Boeing
trying.
board.
Yeah, they're getting it down to where it could be sold. Is what
See
they're
what
doing.
happens.
You know, I think it was just like Twitter with
Mhm.
Elon
Elon
Musk.
buying it.
Yeah, I think it was something
Something like that?
Yeah, because after you remember how that scenario went, that you know, I'll give you $45 billion for the company, and then you know, but here you got to show all this, you know, that you actually have these numbers and not of them not robots, you know.
Mhm.
And then after, well, you know, I guess I shouldn't have thrown that number out, but me trying to get out of it, you know, and then of course it ended up, yeah, it's a done deal. But at the same time, I guess they did show the numbers were correct, that they did have that many subscribers,
Oh, really?
and it wasn't a you know, a lot of bots doing the on there.
Mhm.
So, but so then he ended up buying it. I mean, a lot better now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Of course, I think if you looked over the years now, and you go and check out a lot of the Facebook, Google, they all well, Google owns YouTube, so but they all realize that what happened during the Biden administration never should have happened, and now, you know, if that happens again, then they're going to hold back. They're going to get a warrant come in. At least that's what they say.
Yeah.
A lot of them voted for Biden, so to hear them say, "Oh, that'll never happen again," well, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And so, and it's funny that, you know, none of the Republicans have even went after them on any of the language. I mean, why wouldn't, you know, with the war in Iran, why wouldn't the DOJ was Pam Bondi? Why wouldn't she go and say, "Hey, Facebook, this is all disinformation. Take it down. Take it down. This is not happening."
Mhm.
You know, but they don't, because it's freedom of speech. You know, I can say what I want to say. It's up to you to believe it or not.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
if I want to believe that you actually seen Bigfoot, then by God, guess what? I'm going to go out and try to find Bigfoot too. So, but if I don't want to believe that, then I just say, "Well, Zig, you're full of shit. There ain't no Bigfoot." Hey, problem solved.
Yes.
Now, me getting a fine or me getting kicked off of YouTube, why would you have to go to that extreme? It's he believes that he's seen a Bigfoot. I think he's full of shit. So, or I think okay, let's go out. I want to see him too. Take me where you were, because I want to see Bigfoot.
Are you saying you don't believe in Bigfoot?
I don't believe in Bigfoot.
Okay.
No. It's I mean, what was that one back in the 70s, that guy? And now they're saying that all these experts are saying there's no way that walk that Bigfoot had could have been a person. So what was that? It was a Bigfoot. They say, oh yeah.
Oh, okay, but that wasn't a person.
But it wasn't a person. No, they say you look at have you seen that video of him walking?
Yeah.
And the way he walked, yeah, they said that no, that's not a person. All the experts. But he said, I can't remember what film that was, but he was in the distance walking. And they said, you know, that was.
I don't go out in the woods anymore.
Oh,
You know, they're just for that reason.
no.
When I was a kid, you'd run the woods all the time. Oh my
Yeah.
God, you couldn't stay out of them. These days, they get me nervous if I went out there.
Oh,
First noise out here, I think Bigfoot's behind me, chasing me. She's got that pee in my pants.
Well, you'd have to have somebody with you that you could outrun.
Exactly. Yeah, back then I probably could. These days, not so much.
I need someone that I can outrun. I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
That's right. Unless there's two bears,
Yeah.
then it might be in trouble.
Well, you're big enough, they'll eat you. They'll both stop.
Thanks a lot.
They'll both stop and get you. Cause I don't know, the way I'm hobbling around here, hell, I'll be bear bait. So, but,
Oh, well, shoot.
yeah, well, at any rate, so, yeah, I just, the topic of this discussion is over how the CEOs are all making millions and millions and millions of dollars, but yet the people out doing the job is just, $7
Not
and
being
25.
constipated. You know what I mean? Not being paid enough neither.
I was gonna say the constipated is the CEO. Those guys are full of
Well,
shit.
that guy, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But,
Yeah,
hey,
compensated.
compensate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
But we still, you know what? I may go to McDonald's later on just to see if they'll get more order.
Yeah. Well, if like you said, if you're out of napkins at home, you get plenty.
Oh, you'll get plenty there.
Yeah.
My God, you go to the drive up, they will shove them in there.
Oh yeah.
And then,
And me and my wife, we do that. We got upstairs.
bring
and-
them
yeah,
home. Yep, we're all leaving.
we have
Leave in
it,
the car,
bring
have some
it
extra
stuff
or
at home.
something. Yep.
Yep, we just put them in the napkin holder. Might as well use
Why
them.
let them go to waste? There
Yeah.
you go.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Anyway.
So, but, well, all righty, everybody. Like always, please subscribe to help the channel. We'd sure appreciate it. And we will talk to everybody later. Bye, everyone.